the national anthem. This is Conference Carolinas. Welcome back to Ray McDonald Senior Sports Complex on the campus of the University of Mount Olive. It's the Conference Carolinas semifinals for the men's lacrosse. Game one, the 1 seed Belmont Abbey taking on the 4 seed Barton College. The Bulldogs come in with a conference record of 3-3, overall record of 9-7. Let's take a look at the starting lineup first for the visiting Barton College Bulldogs. Wearing number 3, the attacking player out of Dunkirk, Maryland, Mason Cheney, second team all-conference selection. 5'9", 165 out of Chesapeake Beach, Maryland. Mark Crawford, the first team all-conference selection. Wearing number 13, it's Alex Stice, the midfielder, sophomore out of Huntingtown, Maryland. Number 19, Joshane Uter, the face-off specialist, a senior out of Jacksonville, North Carolina. Jared Sense, wearing number 20, the long-stick midfielder out of Holly Springs, North Carolina. Ryan Santos is a first-team all-conference selection, the defender out of Wakefield High School, Raleigh, North Carolina. The senior looking to make his senior year very memorable. Matt Caleri wearing number 39, the attacker, a senior out of Holly Springs, North Carolina. Alex Jones, the defender, wearing number 45, the junior out of Hampstead, North Carolina. Number 77, Ryan Stapleton, the defender out of Hamburg, New York. And last but not least, it's Alexander Stewart. Inside the cage, the goalkeeper, a freshman out of Harford County, Maryland. And that's your starting lineup for the visiting Barton College Bulldogs. Now for the homestanding Belmont Abbey Crusaders. First team selection, Offensive Player of the Year, number 2, Davis McCulley, the junior out of Victoria, British Columbia. Trey Childers, first team selection, wearing number 3, the sophomore out of Wellingford, Connecticut. Pat Doring, second team selection, wearing number 15, the junior out of Alexandria, Virginia. Riley Arsenault, the second team selection, wearing number 22, junior out of Victoria, British Columbia. Your freshman of the year, Mikey Swigert, the sophomore out of Harvard Grace, Maryland. Ben Johnson, wearing number 33, and the sophomore out of Eagle, Idaho. James Bucher, wearing number 34, first team selection, the senior out of Waxhaw, North Carolina. Matthew Wyatt, the first team selection, the attacker out of Lutz, Florida. Jeremy Mahoney, wearing 97 tonight, the freshman. You've got the Defensive Player of the Year, minding the net. It's Thomas Sullivan, the first team all-conference selection out of North Babylon, New York. We are set for the opening face-off. If you're Barton, these are the face-offs you have to win. Bad news is Belmont Abbey has a fantastic face-off specialist. A good job by Mulcahy, the junior first team face-off specialist. First team all-conference Carolina selection. And we're underway in the Conference Carolinas tournament. The semifinals underway. Mahoney on the attack. Loose ball. Picked up well. Those ground balls are going to be important for Barton if they're going to have a chance tonight. Scramble defense with the clock at 43. Another ground ball. Still loose. Scooped up by Childers. Childers sends the attack with 32. The poke check away, and Barton's going to have the ground ball. Barton getting a turnover to start the game, and boy, if you're the Bulldogs, that's exactly what you want. A little bit of confidence as they break the midfield line. Belmont Abbey spectacular in defense. Good body check. There's a smart run by Wilson. Just got redirected. The shot low. It's going to stay with Barton. A good opening shot. Didn't cause too much worry for Sullivan. The hesitation of the shot low. And check that out. Fantastic job by Sullivan. Sensed that he could get the run out. Get the judgment to be closest to the end line. Boy, that's a goalkeeper to leave his crease like that. You got to be sure, and he was. That's why he's the Defensive Player of the Year, I suppose. Pass secured well. McCauley has it. Flipped over Arsenault. Arsenault hesitation. Stood up well by Burke. The shot low. And a fantastic save. Brilliant. Stewart doing the job. And if you like defense, you've liked the opening bit on the Bulldogs versus the Crusaders. Mosley carried it into the zone, leaves it off. Here's Caleri. Howard has it, gets pivots inside. The shot deflected low. Great check. Belmont Abbey thwarting the Barton attempt. Canavan holds it up. Tim Palmer has it from the X. Dropped off, loose ball, picked up, ball on the ground and a whistle. Offside spotted. Whistled on Barton. And it was spotted on Scalise. And a man advantage now for Belmont Abbey for the next 23 seconds. It's a Belmont Abbey team that's tough to keep off the scoreboard and the best at times. And off the edge of the stick and out. It's a turnover. And if you're the Bulldogs, that's exactly what you wanted. And take your time as Stewart trotting forward, looking to kill off the rest of this penalty. Good turn. Crawford has it. Moving quickly forward. The run. The shot. And it's in the crease. Couldn't tell. Did Sullivan get a deflection on it? We'll go with yes. Still scoreless. side left for Canavan. To the top. Thought about the shot. Good movement from Belmont Abbey. Still trying to find the gaps in this Barton defense. The shot low. Brilliant. First time. About 2 steps outside the 8-yard, and it's Davis McCauley, the offensive player of the year, gets the goal. Take another look.
Crusader goal by number 2, Davis McCauley, on the assist for number 13, Tim Palmer.
Give Palmer the assist, the junior out of Vienna, Virginia. A James Madison transfer getting the assist. And that is what makes this Belmont Abbey team so deadly. They looked about stopped. And it was a brief touch from McCauley, who released it in 10 meters, I guess. And beat Stewart low to his right. And on the face-off, Barton gets another chance. Back-to-back goals would be just about devastating after the opening 5 minutes of fantastic defense from Barton. Good ball movement this time. It'll stay with Belmont Abbey. Check that. It will be Barton's. Barton's had 3 shots on the goal. One of them I'd consider a really good look. Very well could be even. It is not. Belmont Abbey leads 1-0. McCauley goal. Sullivan's done everything you've needed of him in the cage. The shot low, answering right back. B.J. Wilson, the senior out of Tampa, Florida, ties us up at 1. And after 6 minutes of scoreless action,
Barton goal by number 21, B.J. Wilson.
The last minute has been a goal fest. We're tied at 1, 8:09 left to go in the first. And 3 for 3 is Caleb Mulcahy. Okay, the first team, All-Conference Carolina's face-off specialist, has had 3 face-offs today and has won 3 face-offs today. I'm not sure how statistics work, but I don't think you can do better than that. Wyatt out wide for the Crusaders. The shot low, tipped, saved, brilliant from Stewart. A nice stick save, but a ball loose. Belmont nearly scooping it up, but it's Barton settling the possession. And with just a few seconds left to get it across. Well done, good pass, finding the run of Wheeler. Wheeler offering an option. And a needed and necessary option is when the pass left the stick of Stewart, there were 3 seconds left. The shot, a good shot from Bryce Washington, the junior out of Humboldt, Texas. It'll stay Barton ball. Missed just, I think that he had the height right, just missing right of the cage. It'll stay Barton's 15 on the shot clock. A couple of wayward shots for the Bulldogs, but they're getting opportunities. I wouldn't classify them as sterling opportunities, but they're solid looks. The shot low, save, brilliant. First team for a reason. Thomas Sullivan comes up with the stick save. Here's Sullivan. Across with 3 seconds to spare. A whistle. It's going to be on Barton. Is that a second offside? It'll be a 30-second extra man opportunity for Belmont Abbey. They were unsuccessful in their first, but this is a team that moves the ball so fluidly. You wouldn't expect that to be the norm. It's a Barton team that's trying to expand into the areas. A ground ball that's only meant for the Crusaders. And the full-time clock over. The shot wide. Now resides with Alexander Stewart. Tied at 1, 5:01 left to go in the first. The substitutions made with 54 on the shot clock. Here's Howard. Howard trying to muscle his way. Good body checks. It's a stand-up job by Khalidou Ba. A whistle and a hold spotted. Will be a turnover. And just like that, on the break, Belmont Abbey punishes Barton for the turnover. Take another look. Look how quickly this Crusaders team can strike. And McCulley has a brace on the day. Yeah, he's good, isn't he?
Belmont Abbey goal, number 2, Davis McCulley, assisted by number 44, David Power.
4 for 4 in the face-offs. 2-1 Belmont Abbey. And to be fair, if you told me Belmont Abbey was going to win the first 4 face-offs, I would have said that I don't know that I would have said it was 2-1. But you got Davis McCulley, the first team and offensive player of the year. I mean, yeah, he's a nice piece to have, isn't he? And you can see why he was chosen Conference Carolina's offensive player of the year. He's brilliant in the attacking third. .35 left on the shot clock. Maloney looking for options. A whistle. And it's a turnover. Barton looking to pull even. 3:09 left to go in the first. Burke charging forward. Burke. And it's lost, scooped by Sullivan. Burke deep towards the cage. And the convergence of this tough Belmont Abbey defense. Just popped it loose at the vital moment. Here's Duffy. Drops it into the attack, and off the side, here comes Childers. He's got the ball. Mahoney, the freshman. Childers taking a little sting out of the game. The pass from Childers, a low look for Arsenault. And with 2:21, it'll be it'll be Barton with the possession. They've got 10 seconds left to advance. Floated over the top. Slapped away, the defense on point. It's Mason Thomas, the junior out of Melbourne, Florida, who earns the turnover. A brilliant stick check from Thomas. Wyatt from the X. Slides down. Ground ball. The battle for it. Scooped up by Barton. Had to get that one. They did. Barton in transition. Carried across by Burke. Burke drops it off. And a timeout asked for and given to Barton with 1:22 left to go in the period. 68 left to go on the shot clock. We'll take a short break. Back with the conclusion of the first after this short break.
Your next hometown grocery store? Then look no further than Piggly Wiggly. Newly remodeled and ready to serve you, Piggly Wiggly of Mount Olive has an expanded hot deli serving some of your favorite Southern classics every day of the week. Piggly Wiggly offers locally grown fresh produce and top quality meats hand-cut daily. Don't forget to check out our weekly specials, including 10% off for all University of Mount Olive students, faculty, and staff. The Pig is your one-stop grocery store from eats to sweets to making sure all your healthcare questions are answered at our pharmacy. Make sure to use our new speedy self-checkout lane.
Senior Sports Complex on the campus of the University of Mount Olive. It's the first game of two on the day, the semifinals of the Conference Carolinas Men's Lacrosse Tournament. 2-1. Belmont Abbey leads Barton. The one seed leads the four. A bit tight through the first period. It's Barton with the possession. 68 left to go on the shot clock. And it was the Barton timeout that froze us. Wilson circling the offense. Ba shadowing. You love it when two short sticks go at each other, and that's what you saw there. 37 left on the shot clock. Washington, the shot finds its way into the cage, only Justin. What a shot it was by Washington. 41 seconds left in the first period. Let's take another look. Bryce Washington, the junior out of Humboldt, Texas. And we're tied at 2 with 41 seconds left to go. The face-off. Kicked forward. It's loose. Still loose. And the ground ball secured by Belmont Abbey. Something they've done well all day. Good ball movement. The shot low. And what a save it was from Alexander Stewart. That's a shot that you favor McCulley 10 times out of 10, don't you? Lenz agrees. You were right. These goalies are fantastic. I apologize for doubting you earlier. And with 5 seconds left, can the Barton dream potentially happen? Tried to make something happen. Floated one in front of the cage, but that'll do it for the first period. So for all of you that had it tied at 2 on your bingo cards, don't lie. No, but I didn't. Lenz, we'll figure out what's going to happen in the second period, but first, let's take this short break. It's 2-2, Belmont Abbey and Barton. 15 minutes in the books. We're into the second period, tied at 2. Belmont Abbey, the 1 seed. Barton College, the 4 seed. Matt Stradley, thanks you so much for joining us here on the Conference Carolina's Digital Network. And a face-off yet again. Maybe I spoke too soon. A whistle. And didn't see what the official said, but we'll take another look at it. It was whistled against Belmont Abbey. So it'll be Barton ball. Don't check that. It'll be a Belmont Abbey's ball. So it was whistled against Barton. Into the area. Here comes Palmer. Shadowed by Jordan Whitted. Pitched in front. Boy, waiting, begging. Crawford wanted it to get close enough where he could do something with it, but got lost over the end line. Just a uncharacteristic turnover by Belmont Abbey gives Barton a chance to take the lead. It's a Belmont Abbey team that it's one thing that they do about the same as their opponents. They have about as many turnovers as their opponents. On the season, 253 to 250. The shot is going to be low, misses the cage, but it'll be Barton's. Loose, and that one snatched up brilliantly. Ben Johnson, the sophomore out of Eagle, Idaho, saw the ground ball off of the poke check. Charging forward, still going. Johnson careening forward. You love to see those big sticks in the attacking third sometimes. Wyatt gets it started. Valeto. Dancing with 40, left to go on the shot clock. Good step over. Had an angle, had to get the slide defense. Barton, the shot's going to be high of the cage. It'll stay with Belmont Abbey. That was a good run from Valeto. He got the advantage. The shot saved, loose, scooped. And now scampering away is Santos. Another nice save from Alexander Stewart. Charging forward, Scalise. What a save and a necessary one from Sullivan. It'll be Belmont Abbey ball. Sullivan and Stewart have been putting on a clinic. A flag flies, a second flag flies. And they're pointing in the direction of Matt Caleri, the attacker out of Holly Springs, North Carolina. Looked like a cross check to me. We have two separate fouls. We have a 1-minute cross check on Caleri. We have a 30-second hold against Mason Cheney. It will be a It'll be a tall order now for Barton. Down 2. Trying to scramble the defense. Gets the tip. McCulley settling things. Now starts the charge. Passes off. Gives it back. McCulley. The skip pass. The shot. It'll stay with Belmont Abbey. 13 seconds left to go on the penalty to Cheney. Ground ball scooped. Had to be. Santos has it. Just launched forward. Oh, Belmont Abbey got it right. 19 seconds left on the second penalty. McCulley. Line it up, Canavan. And just off the inside of the bar, clinking it home. The shot from Jacob Power, the junior out of Stony Plain, Alberta, Canada. Makes it 3-2. Belmont Abbey over Barton with 10:30 left to go. Take another look.
Number 44, Jacob Power.
With just a few seconds left in the man advantage, Power. It's an excellent shot, isn't it? Anytime you can hit the inside of the bar. Doesn't get much better than that. 3-2. Belmont Abbey. Good press from the Crusaders. 8 seconds left to get across the midline. Now as they get their personnel right, Wheeler. Here's Bryce Washington. He's got a goal. Sean is giving chase. Dropped low. The shot. And it's going to be the effort of Doring. Rewards Belmont Abbey with the possession. Good security from Mackey. Able to hold the pass through the stick check. (3-2). Belmont Abbey leads Barton. 9 minutes left to go in the second period. The storyline thus far has been the goalkeeping for both sides. It's been Stewart and Sullivan with the clinic. Ground ball, scoop, Belmont Abbey, the shot, low, and it's into the side netting. I thought that one ripped the cage, but no. I was already saying how Barton's deficit stood at 2, but that shot was all bunt, wasn't it? A good look for Belmont Abbey comes up wanting, and it's Barton looking to pull even at 3. 8:15 left to go, 55 left to go. And guess who it is? It's Thomas Sullivan again. In transition, moving quickly, Belmont Abbey. A whistle and a timeout taken by the Crusaders. We'll take a timeout as well with 8:03 left to go on the second period.
And a timeout.
Belmont Abbey 3, Barton 2. on the campus of the University of Mount Olive, the Conference Carolinas semifinals. Men's lacrosse, it's Barton. It's Belmont Abbey. That's a good one with 8:03 left to go in the second. The Crusaders leading by a score of 3-2. The big differences in the game so far. Fantastic goalkeeping on both sides. Lenz wanted you to know that. 4 penalties to Barton for 2.5 minutes of man advantage. As Belmont Abbey circling the attacking zone. Burst of speed from Parrish. Here's Quinn Smith. For McCulley, back to Smith. 35 seconds left after the timeout. Timothy. Here's Timothy, good move. He's got a bit of space. Ground ball. And it's scooped. Alexander Stewart somehow able to get that comically oversized netting on the stick underneath the 3-2. Trojans will be playing in the second matchup today. It's going to be Mount Olive taking on North Greenville. Barton with a chance to pull even. Belmont Abbey's had their issues with turnovers today. They've committed 8, only 6 for Barton. That's what's kept the Bulldogs in this matchup. That and the stellar goalkeeping of Stewart. Although I must say, Thomas Sullivan has made some fantastic saves of his own. Fantastic defense from Ben Johnson. Just denying from the X. The shot clinks the inside of the cage. We're tied at 3. Take another look at this
Barton goal by number 21, B.J. Wilson.
Shot. It's B.J. Wilson, your goal scorer. His first of the day. The midfielder out of Tampa, Florida, celebrating his senior season by scoring a goal in the semifinals. Belmont Abbey, the shot trying to answer back with the explosive quickness they're known for. The shot goes wanting, but it'll stay with the Crusaders. Villa. Here's Wyatt. On the run up, McCulley. Check that, that's Childers. The shot low, deflected. It'll stay Belmont Abbey, 35 on the shot clock. Good defensive possession from Barton. Belmont Abbey's getting their chances. Around the 8. The run continues for Swigert. Another turnover for Belmont Abbey. That will be their 9th turnover of the game. If you told the Bulldogs that they were going to be even with 4:46 left to go in the second, I think Barton takes that. Maybe they shouldn't. They have a chance to go ahead. Yeah, you never know. Lacrosse is it's an interesting game. It's an interesting game because you don't play it in the papers where the statistics are. You play it on the artificial grass field. And that'll be a Turnover for Barton off of the shot. It's going to be Belmont Abbey now looking to get just a bit of distance to this upset-minded Barton team. Bucher. And looking, it's essentially a dynasty, Belmont Abbey, aren't they? Lenz wanted you to know that they win a lot. Very good team. Good pass. Ground ball scooped up by Barton. Had to get it right. McCulley caught it in a dangerous position and a fantastic check by the Barton defense. And here come the Bulldogs. Here's Caleri. Caleri holding it up. Oh, what a take. Caleri wide open. The shot on goal. Barton takes a 4-3 lead. What a move from Caleri. Matt Caleri, 6'1", 185 out of Holly Springs, North Carolina, a Wingate University transfer, has Barton flying in the second period. They've taken a 4-3 lead over the perennial 1 seed, Belmont Abbey. Is an upset brewing here in Mount Olive. 2 days shy of the Pickle Festival. The shot blocked, and a flag thrown, and it's going to be on Belmont Abbey. It'll be a 1-minute man advantage for Barton. It was Bucher, senior out of Waxhaw, North Carolina, spotted on the infraction. It was an unnecessary roughness call. Barton with their first man advantage. The shot, save, stood up to it. Thomas Sullivan, the junior, up to the task. 45 seconds left in the man advantage. Crawford. Cheney. Be deflected, stays with Barton. 28 seconds left in the man advantage. Crawford gets a start. The shot low. Dare to dream. The Bulldogs lead by 2. 5-3 Barton. Take another look as they exploit the man advantage. That clears the box. We're back to full strength for Belmont Abbey.
Cheney, assisted by number 5, Mark Crawford.
Crawford's going to get the assist. And it's Mason Cheney, a senior out of Dunkirk, Maryland, with the goal. And it's Barton who wins possession on the faceoff. And a timeout asked for and given to Barton. This is a huge possession. With 1:58 left to go in the second, if they can go up by 3, that's absolutely nuts. Let's take some time to think about that. We'll be back after this short break. 5-3 Barton. 1:58 left to go in the second.
The new crisis seemed unstoppable. not to RoboCop.
Back live in Mount Olive, North Carolina. Don't shake your computer and don't yell at our graphics people. The score is correct. Barton leads Belmont Abbey. 1:57 left to go with possession in the second. Thanks for joining us on the Conference Carolina's digital network. A Barton team that took good advantage of the man advantage. They had a 1-minute man advantage. The score by Cheney gives Barton a 2-score lead with 1:25 left to go. 42 on the shot clock. Break free in front. Unbelievable. Crawford finds the back of the cage. 6-3 Barton.
Barton goal by number 5, Mark Crawford.
And a one-on-one matchup with Thomas Sullivan, and that's one that no matter how good Sullivan is, and he is class, that's one that you have to favor the attacker. Face-off won by Belmont Abbey. They've got 72 seconds left to answer in the second period, a 3-goal deficit. It was 12-11 the last time these two teams met at Barton. Another classic in the offing. Arsenault. Here's Childers. Wyatt on the run-up. The shot low, deflected, ground ball, and it's Barton who scoops it. The press. And with 27 seconds left to go in the second period, could Barton tack on one more? 18 seconds left to go in the second period. Whitted gives it off. Long pass. Run up from Wheeler. Wheeler with 7 seconds left to go. Makes a move. Cuts to the middle. The shot high. It'll stay with Barton with 3 seconds left. A flag down. We'll see what the call. It will be against Belmont Abbey with 3 seconds left. A cross-check whistled against Bucher. And it'll be a man advantage. But only 3 seconds left to go in the period, so it'll be broken up just a bit. That'll do it for the second period. We go to the break. Barton, the Bulldogs, 6. The Crusaders, 3. Some of them. Welcome back. Ray McDonald Senior Sports Complex on the campus of the University of Mount Olive. Matt Stradley, thanks for joining us for the halftime report. Barton 6, Belmont Abbey 3. Did I pause for long enough? I thought so. Lynn said yes, I think so. it was a pause for dramatic effect because this was a dramatic, specifically second period. Let's take a look at the first half stats. Some of them shocking, to say the least, at least to me. This was a close matchup the first time. It was a narrow victory for Belmont Abbey, 12-11 at Barton. Taking a look at the goals, that's the easy stat to explain. 6-3 Barton. The assists, this is where it starts to get a little weird. Is individual goals by Barton, only one of those 6 goals assisted. 19 shots for Barton versus 15 for Belmont Abbey. 10 of those 19 from Barton were on goal. The Bulldogs taking advantage of their extra man advantage. 1 for 2. And that second one was whistled with 3 seconds left. The 0-4 in the man advantage for Belmont Abbey. Ground balls are about even, 12-10. The saves 5-4, narrowly favoring Barton. Clears 17-19 for Barton, 11-11 for Belmont Abbey. Face-offs, Belmont Abbey's won 7 of the 11. Turnovers, that's where we see where the hot dogs are made. It's 10-6 Belmont Abbey. And that's not the category you want to lead. See, I said that like, hey, Belmont Abbey's leading that category, not a category you want to lead. Barton, 6 turnovers through the opening 30 minutes. That, against this Belmont Abbey team, that's a fantastic stat. 5-5 caused turnovers, so live caused turnovers. So what we're hearing from that is that a lot of those Belmont Abbey turnovers are self-inflicted. The good news is that you can clean those up. If you're Belmont Abbey, that's bad news if you're Barton. But if you're Belmont Abbey, you have to say, hey, we didn't play good. So if we go out there and play good, we can win. We get you ready for the second period. 5 minutes, 50 seconds away. We've seen the excellence that is Davis McCulley. I'm excited to see what he does in the second half. And Thomas Sullivan, can he answer the bell? We'll be back after this short break with the third period. The next 15 before the final 15. It's 6-3 Barton over Belmont Abbey.
Next hometown grocery store? Then look no further than Piggly Wiggly. Newly remodeled and ready to serve you, Piggly Wiggly of Mount Olive has an expanded hot deli serving some of your favorite Southern classics every day of the week. Piggly Wiggly offers locally grown fresh produce and top quality meats hand-cut daily. Don't forget to check out our weekly specials, including 10% off for all University of Mount Olive students, faculty, and staff. The Pig is your one-stop grocery store from eats to sweets to making sure all your health care questions are answered at our pharmacy. Make sure to use our new speedy self-checkout lanes and sign up for Pig Perks. So come on down to Piggly Wiggly, located at 615 North Brazil Avenue. Piggly Wiggly, down home, down the street.
The University of Mount Olive is here to help aspiring nurses looking to earn their RN license through a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing. Beginning fall 2022, students may choose between a daytime pre-licensure BSN program or our evening, weekends, and summer program. More than ever, the nursing profession needs qualified, caring, and professional nurses. Is this you? Email admissions at umo.edu or call 919-658-2502. Limited spaces are available in both formats.
back inside the Ray McDonald Senior Sports Complex. Beautiful campus of the University of Mount Olive. Matt Stradley, all with my producer, Linz Matherin. We thank you for joining us here on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. We go to the next 15 before the final 15. 56 seconds left in the man advantage for Barton, the holdover from the first half. And Barton with a found and earned 3-goal lead. The slide defense. It's now clockwise after it had been counterclockwise. With 30 left to go. Just a spot of space, the shot low. And it's going to be Belmont Abbey's ball. On the deflection, Sullivan sprinting back, gets closest. And that should do it for the man advantage penalty. It'll stay 1 for 2 for the 4-seeded Bulldogs. And Belmont Abbey looking to wrest back the control of this matchup that they had a bit in the first. They had it for a bit in the first period, and it was taken completely in the second. Crusader ball. 52 on the shot. Here's Arsenault. Dropped back, Childers. The ground ball scooped up. Who else? Alexander Stewart. And look at that brilliant burst of speed from Whitted. Whitted continuing. Whitted! Oh, and it's an important deflection from Sullivan. Whitted just holding down that turbo button. Barton with the ball, 13:08 left to go in the third. High presence from from Green. Forcing Barton's action. Washington had it, dropped it off for Caleri. Caleri with 30 on the shot. Wheeler makes a move to the top. Still steps outside, a slip. With 12 left. Inside the 8. The overlap, the shot. It's going to be low. It'll stay with Barton. It'll be 6 seconds left. They're going to have to do it quickly. And they're going to roll it down into the corner and then get back on defense. That was a smart play. They wanted to make sure that they didn't face this brutal Belmont Abbey transition without the proper personnel on the field. And spotted in an offside position, Belmont Abbey, the turnover, their 11th of the day. Another unforced turnover. 11:41 left to go. Barton. The break into the top. The shot low. Bounding over Sullivan. Just bounced up too high to catch the cage. Where did Sullivan get a piece of it? From the X. The turn, the shot. That's going to be Belmont Abbey. Good positioning from Bucher. 11 left to go in the third period. Here's Childers. Wyatt. Marcineau going against the short stick. On the overlap. Here's McCulley. The motion, 30 seconds on the shot clock. Marcineau. To the top. McCulley. All the way around. Ground ball, it's loose. 12 seconds left. To the top. Dropped low. It's the guy you want it. The shot deflected. An important deflection from Stewart. Barton couldn't come up with it, still defending their 3-goal lead. Good spin. The shot low, brilliant from Childers. It's a 2-goal game. Childers rips it low. And Belmont Abbey answers with the first goal of the third period.
Number 3, Trey Childers, assisted by number 46, Matthew Wyatt.
Wyatt gets the assist. Still loose. And scooped by Belmont Abbey. Another face-off one. Ground ball. Barton has it. Big contact. And a flag finally coming in. Let's see who did what. Barton seems excited. It is a 30-second hold spotted on Santos for Belmont Abbey. It'll be the third man advantage for Barton of the day. .15 left to go in the third period. Belmont Abbey with the man advantage. They're 1 for 2 on man advantages. This just a 30-second man advantage. Floated over the top. Open the shot. Low. Deflected. A necessary save in front of Sullivan. Look to me. I had Bucher coming across and getting a piece of it. 2 seconds left on the man advantage. Man advantage is over. Barton has 45 left on the shot clock. .30 left to go in the third period. 6-4. Barton leads Belmont Abbey. Spun around. Good defense. The shot low. Save sure. Thomas Sullivan comes up big near post. Looped into the front. Into the attacking third. Barton's defense still coming in and getting set. Under 8 left to go in the third. 2-goal lead for the Bulldogs. The Crusaders looking to cut that deficit in half with this possession. Marcineau. Leaves it all for McCauley. Arsenault gets it back. Looking for a passing lane, drops it off. A miscue, and it'll be Barton ball. Barton's defensive pressure doing just enough to put Belmont Abbey off. Here's Wilson. Wilson has a goal to his name today. Wilson's goal, the 23rd on the season. Good body check. Dissuades the run of Washington. Or check that. That was the run from Ian Howard, 6'2", 190 out of Wake Forest, North Carolina. That's one you can't stick check. The shot deflected. What an important stop again by Sullivan. 2 in a row as Sullivan showing why he's the defensive player of the year. Is holding Barton within striking distance of the Crusaders. Crusaders with 6:06 left to go and the possession. A final 15 minutes after this third period. Palmer around the screen, slips to the ground. Trying to recover. The shot bouncing, bounding. It'll be Belmont Abbey after the shot goes wide with 39 left on the shot clock. 5:40 left to go in the third period. Man-to-man defense look from Barton. The ball deflected. The ground ball, fighting for it, still loose, scooped up. Barton comes up with the ground ball behind the strength of Ryan Stapleton, the senior out of Hamburg, New York. Able to scoop it up amongst all the slapping sticks. .448 left to go in the third. Around the screen, dropped off. Barton looking to reestablish their 3-goal lead. Behind the cage. Good stick check. Good spin and a shot to the head. Barton scoops it up with 4:09, a new shot clock, 55 left to go. Cool hand from Bryce Washington as he scoops it up. Down to 40 on the shot clock. Washington from the right wing. Washington curls the pitch in front. Loose ball, still loose. Barton scoops it up into the front of the net. The hesitation, trying to loop through. Poke checked. A big check, and here comes Belmont Abbey, but a whistle. A 1-minute slash spotted on Bucher. It's Bucher's third trip to the sin bin. 3:20 left to go in the third period. 52 seconds left to go. They'll have a conversation. And they'll likely want to reset the clock. Barton leads by 2, 3:26 left to go. It'll be a new shot clock. 6-4. It'll be 3:30 on the clock, 60 on the penalty. .330 left to go in the third period. Huge if Barton finds a way with the man advantage. They're 1 for 3 on the day. The hesitation, the shot, deflection, and an important one from Sullivan. Stays with Barton, 43 left in the man advantage. Sullivan standing so tall. Pass to the top. The shot. Oh, it's brilliant from Sullivan, isn't it? He's gotten it just right, and Belmont Abbey likely survives the man advantage for Barton. Oh, but a loose, now a ground ball. And here comes Barton in transition. To the top, the hesitation, some room, the shot. Yet again, it's Sullivan. The Sullivan Show continuing, coming to a cage near you. 2:21 left to go in the third period. And it's been 3 needed, necessary, important stops from Sullivan. That's the story here in the third. 1 goal has been pulled back by Belmont Abbey on the shot from Trey Childers. It could have gotten out of hand, the way that Barton has attacked the cage. But it's been Sullivan. Pass deflected. Ground ball scooped up. On the run, Whitted. Whitted drops it off. The shot. Who else? A deflection, a ground ball. And there's going to be, it looks like they're saying Barton ball. We'll see. What the call is there's a defender stick in distress. Looks like a yard sale going on the far side of the field. Broken sporting gear everywhere. Looks like a Play It Again Sports the day after Christmas. 1:17 left to go in the third period. Still Barton leads 6-4, holding on. .30 left to go on the shot clock. 1 minute left to go in the period. Oh, what a shot. What a pass. The interior passing, nothing short of sublime from Logan Wheeler. Wheeling Dealer gets the assist. And I don't know
number 39, Matt Caleri.
if Matt Caleri is going to get an easier goal all year. Caleri's 25th goal of the year, and none arguably more important than the one to reestablish Barton's 3-goal lead with 54 seconds left to go in the third. And Barton wins, almost won, and now ground ball, and they've secured it. A flag coming in. Still a ground ball. And they're going to pull it back. We'll see who the infraction spotted on. By judging by Barton's bench, it's not on them. Here comes the official with the explanation. Unnecessary roughness spotted on Mason Thomas. Now 1 minute. Man advantage for Barton, the fourth man advantage for the Bulldogs with 35 seconds left to go in the third period. And it looks like they're happy to extend their man advantage into the fourth period, as they'll bleed down the clock with 13 seconds left. Barton will go to the ultimate period with a 3-goal advantage. And they'll have the better part, 23 seconds left on their man advantage. It's Bulldogs of Barton 7, the Crusaders of Belmont Abbey 4. Back with the final 15 after this short break.
Loving you is a way. You made me so very happy. I'm so glad you came into my life.
Man advantage for Barton into the fourth, the final 15, as either Barton or Belmont Abbey will find a place in the championship for the Conference Carolinas men's lacrosse. 8 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Good possession from Barton. 15 on the shot clock. 4-7. Barton's lead is 3. 1 goal apiece. Sprinting towards the top. The shot never comes. It's loose and is kicked away. And it will be Belmont Abbey's possession. Floated over the attacking line. Belmont Abbey needs to find their shooting boots. 2 early goals from McCulley. Trey Childers pulled Barton back to within 2. Here's Childers trying to turn the corner. The shot. Oh, it's needed and necessary, and it's Alexander Stewart answering the call and getting the save. 13:28 left to go in the fourth. Barton ball with a 3-goal lead. .55 left on the shot clock. Barton in no hurry. Burke to the top. The hesitation, the shot stays with Barton. 43 left to go on the shot clock. 12:55 and counting. The shot low. Oh my goodness, it's sublime from number 33, Logan Wheeler. The assist giver at the end of the third, the goal getter to start the fourth. Wheeler, the junior out of Fuquay-Varina, and you got to be careful when you say that. has Barton up 8-4.
Barton goal by number 33, Logan Wheeler.
12:50 left to go in the fourth. An upset brewing in Mount Olive. That's not just the vinegar from the pickles you're smelling. It's an upset. Pickle Festival less than 48 hours away. I am literally shaking in with anticipation. Barton would love to stick around for the Pickle Festival. They're 12 minutes and 30 seconds away from it. The shot, yet again, it's Alexander Stewart who's up to the task. Here comes Barton trying to spin through. And it's the brilliant speed of Jordan Whitted. Speed and possession, triple teamed, spin move, the little Madden X button. There he goes. .52 on the shot clock, 11:57 left to go in this contest. 8-4, Barton leading Belmont Abbey. Belmont Abbey, I'm going to say it, they're in distress. The hesitation from Wheeler. Holding possession. Fights through checks. Spinning towards the goal. Trying to muscle his way in. The shot low, deflected. Here comes Belmont Abbey. The defender just skating his way through checks. A flag comes in from the sideline. It'll be on Barton. Flipped up top of the box. The goal, it's needed, it's necessary, it's important. From Matthew Wyatt, the sophomore out of Lutz, Florida. He pulls Belmont Abbey back within 3. And now a man advantage for Belmont Abbey with 11:11 to go. This would be huge for the Crusaders. The penalty after the goal from Matthew Wyatt, the 33rd of the season from Wyatt. Penalty on Caleri for Barton slashing. It's a 1-minute extra man opportunity now for Belmont Abbey. (8-5) Barton leads Belmont Abbey. Belmont Abbey fresh off of a Caleri goal. Fresh off of a Wyatt goal. Caleri gets called for the slash. .30 seconds left to go. And again, answered back-to-back. Belmont Abbey within the span of 60 seconds have cut this Bulldog lead in half. It's number 22, Riley Arsenault with the goal. 8-6 like that, like lightning slashing through the sky. Belmont Abbey, well, they're playing with a sense of urgency. Was that the momentum breaker? Is Belmont Abbey now the runaway freight train that we expected to see here in the semifinals? What a face-off this has turned into. And it's won by Barton. Barton had to get that, didn't they? Just about. They've got to stop the bleeding. They've got to staunch the momentum. They've got 68 seconds. They wouldn't mind drawing out most, if not all of that, tacking on a goal at the end. Shaughness tracking the movements of Washington. Here's Howard. Howard looking to find some space. 30 on the shot clock. The shot from up high. It'll stay with Barton. 28 left to go on the shot clock. 9:30 left to go in this contest. 20 with 17 on the shot clock. Crawford makes a break, makes a shot, finds the back of the cage. 9-6 Barton, as it's Crawford that answers the 2-goal splash from Belmont Abbey with a goal of his own. Back to a 3-point game.
Goal by number 5, Mark Crawford.
Crawford's 31st goal of the season. And it's Barton 9, Belmont Abbey 6 with 9:15 left to go in the contest. Another important face-off. I say that every time, but every time it genuinely feels like both teams have to get this one. And that was just as clean as it can be from Caleb Mulcahy. And that's why he is as good as he is. The shot again. The whistle. It's going to be in the cage. We heard the clang. That went through 3 Barton Bulldogs. I don't know how it found the cage, but it found the netting in the back of the cage. 9-7. As Belmont Abbey climbs back to within 2 of Barton. Matthew Wyatt, his second goal of the day, 34th of the season, pulls Belmont Abbey back to within 2, and yet another face-off win for Mulcahy. I say that maybe too soon. Ground ball. Body's on the floor, still running for it. Flipped forward. Ground ball. Loose. Not scooped up. Kicked around. And finally scooped up by Cheney. Cheney has it poked free. And it's Whitted who's there. Whitted has the possession. 8:18 left to go in the final period. Barton has a 2-goal lead. Good stand-up defense from Mason Thomas. Marking the run of B.J. Wilson. Thought Wilson may have had just a bit of an edge, but no. Thomas kept him right there. 40 seconds on the shot clock. One thing I think I can say is Barton needs a couple more goals. Crawford, their most recent goal scorer, has it with 22 on the shot clock. 7:30 left to go in this matchup. Gets downhill. Outside of the 8 with 7 left. To the top. The shot bouncing high. It'll be 4 seconds left. It'll be Barton's. They'll just hold it for the turnover. 7:10 left to go. Belmont Abbey's possession. Belmont Abbey playing with a sense of urgency in the fourth that we haven't seen through the opening 3. Bucher being held up, flipped forward. Slapped out from behind. A whistle. And a hold spotted. It'll be whistled on Barton. It'll be whistled on Ethan Burke. 32nd man advantage for Belmont Abbey. Belmont Abbey leading or trailing by 2 with the man advantage. McCauley at the top, the tip of the spear. Inside the 8. Batted away, battled around. 6 seconds left on the man advantage. To the top. McCauley thought about the shot, brings it back down, chipped out, the shot blocked. Big block from Stewart. And the man advantage erased. Still Belmont Abbey possession, 59 left to go, and a timeout asked for and given to Barton. We're going to take a timeout as well. Don't go anywhere. I didn't think you would, but just in case you thought about it, 6:19 left to go in this contest. Barton 9, Belmont Abbey 7.
Loving you is a way it's at. You made me so very happy. I'm so glad you came into my life.
.619 left to go in the contest. Barton 9, Belmont Abbey 7 with the possession. 60 on the shot clock. Barton fighting off a man advantage. Back to full strength. The shot low. And goodness, 2 times Alexander Stewart has answered the call. 2 big saves in the last minute. And it's Barton with the possession as we crest the 6-minute mark. I don't know what else to say. Lynn's is speechless. .55 on the shot clock. Or possession clock, whatever you want to call it. Bryce Washington. Working against power. The shot clangs off. It'll stay with Barton. That one ringing against the near side post and out. .50 on the clock now. 5:08 left to go in this matchup. Washington around the back. Good hesitation. Trying to power his way in. The double team comes. The hesitation. Important save from Sullivan. And the ground ball. The battle continuing. Oh, it's scooped up by Barton. Boy, Sullivan had to get it right, and he did. A flag comes in. And they're going to have to stop it because behind the play, fouled and in, I'd say, significant distress. Bryce Washington. He tried to get off the field and just couldn't do it. A slash against Bucher. And now up and off to claps from both sides. Bryce Washington, the junior out of Humboldt, Texas. It'll be a man advantage for Barton for a minute with 4:26 to go. If you're Barton, I think you need the goal, but you need to hold possession, but you need the goal. Boy, there's no easy answer to what do you do here. Do you hold it for the minute because now you're up 2 with 3, or do you take a shot, give it back to Belmont Abbey if you miss? I don't know the answer. 35 left on the shot clock. There's 33 left in the penalty. The shot is going to go wayward. It missed high. It'll stay with Barton. 3:56 left to go in this contest. 36 seconds left to go in this contest. But who's counting? Well, Barton is. Every single one of them. After this matchup, stay tuned. We're going to have the awards presentation. 16 on the shot clock, 16 on the penalty. From the top, the shot ripples the back of the cage, and Barton leads 10-7. A step outside the 8-meter.
Goal by number 39, Matt Calary. Assisted by number 34.
As Matt Calary, he took the last shot that was wide and a bit high. His 26th goal of the season. Last time he scored, I said none bigger than this. This time I mean it, none bigger than this. It's Barton with a 3-goal lead with 3:35 left to go. It's Belmont Abbey with possession. Childers. Mahoney back in, cutting in front. Childers trying to turn the corner, looking for options. Turns around. Good spin. Has the ball poked away. Alert McCauley scoops up the ground ball. 3:05 left to go in this contest. The shot flipped back, looking in front. Ground ball. Is that going to get all the way to the midfield line? It will. And the defender comes in and wisely scoops it away. An important play for Bucher. 30 on the shot. Fakes the float over the top. The spin, the shot is into the side netting. It's scooped. Stewart is there. In the press. Stewart with the comically large net jumping up and scooping it in. They've got 4 seconds to get across the midfield line. They do it. And a couple of checks from behind. A flag comes careening in. The ground ball scooped up. 2:08 left to go. As we approach 120 seconds left in this semifinal matchup. .30 seconds left on the shot clock. 1:45 left to go in the matchup. Here's the move from Washington. He's back looking well. The hesitation. Washington has it with 12. Wilson cuts to the top. Wilson has a bit of a lane. Wilson floats it. Kicked down, and that'll be the whistle with 1:19 left to go. A man advantage for Barton. And Barton starting to feel it. Bucher is into the box. And now a second penalty on Jacob Power for 30 seconds.
What's the second clock? 44 for 30? 5 minutes. What's the other penalty?
They've got 1 minute. And then 44 is called for interference. 34 on the cross check. And an interference spotted on Power. And with 5 minutes in penalties, that should just about do it for Bucher. A two-man advantage now for Belmont Abbey. 70 seconds left to go in this contest. This just about does it, doesn't it? Because with a two-person advantage, which they'll have for another 10 seconds, you can't really press without leaving your goal wholly and completely undefended. It's down to a one-man advantage. Pulled back, Washington. And a timeout asked for by Barton with 17 left in the man advantage, 35 left in this matchup. Is it possible? Sure. Is it probable? No. I don't think it is. Belmont Abbey, can they win from this position? Yes, it's possible. I've seen, look, man, specifically on the women's side, I've seen UNC do some crazy things. And when you're talking about the dominance of a conference, that's kind of what you're looking at with Belmont Abbey, as successful as they've been over the last 3 or 4 years. That's how the UNC Chapel Hill women's lacrosse team was in the ACC for the last 3 or 4 years. Undefeated in conference. Their closest matchup, it was Barton at Barton. Belmont Abbey came away the winner 12-11 at Barton the last time these two teams met. This time, well, with 35 seconds left, everything's coming up blue. It's the Bulldog blue, and Barton just half a minute away from punching their ticket into the finals. Still 17 seconds left on the man advantage. And with the whistle, a loose ball floated up well out of the goal. Thomas Sullivan just trying to chase down the ball with 5 seconds left. Flicking it to the back corner. 18 seconds left to go. It'll be Belmont Abbey ball. With 15, 12, 11, 10 now. With 5 seconds, 4, 3. The Bulldogs of Barton have punched their ticket into the Conference Carolinas Men's Lacrosse Final, beating undefeated in the regular season Belmont Abbey Crusaders by a final score of 10-7. Who do they play? It'll be either North Greenville, the 2-seed, or Mount Olive, the 3-seed. Upset on the menu at Pickle Festival 2023 from Mount Olive, as Barton, the 4-seeded Bulldogs' dream of that Conference Carolinas championship, stays alive. They're playing Saturday, 1 o'clock here in Mount Olive. Will it be North Greenville? Will it be Mount Olive that they meet in the finals? Let's find out. About a 7 o'clock opening face-off for the 2 and the 3 seed. Don't go anywhere. We've got a presentation for you, and we've got that matchup coming 1 hour after the trophy presentation. Take a look at the final stats presented by Conference Carolinas. Well, don't, because they haven't been updated yet. We'll be back after this short break. We'll have the final stats. We'll have the award ceremony. You're watching the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Donald Senior Sports Complex, the campus of the University of Mount Olive. Did we just see what we just saw? Lynn says we did. Barton, 10. Belmont Abbey, 7. We're getting you ready for the trophy presentation. Take a look at the final stats. What are some of the things that stand out to you? I'll tell you what stands out to me. The 22 shots on goal by Barton is brilliant. Penalties really hurt Belmont Abbey. The caused turnovers, 18 turnovers, only 8 of them caused, 10 uncaused turnovers for Belmont Abbey. That is the difference in the game. Belmont Abbey won the faceoffs 13-6. Ground balls, dead even 20-20. It's the penalties, it's the turnovers. Just about. Barton keeps the dream of the Bulldogs alive, as they'll be alive for Championship Saturday. They'll move on with a 10-7 win. 7 o'clock, semifinal 2 sees North Greenville taking on Mount Olive. Join us then. Stick around for the trophy presentation